Harkness Covington, my boyfriend back then, liked to test me. Fresh out of college, he wanted me to shoulder a $500,000 mortgage for him. I refused. Then he turned around and bought that dumb blonde, Shannon Abernathy, an $8 million mansion. In cash, he waved the deed in my face, grinning like a fool. Lindsay, I'm actually loaded. I was just pretending to be broke to see if you were in it for the right reasons. He shook his head. All theatrics. Sadly, you failed. I'm so disappointed. So we're through. I laughed in his face, unbothered. I was the daughter of one of the richest men in the country, and I was playing poor too. For years later, we bumped into each other at a national wealth summit. Harkness, fresh off squeezing his way into the top 50, strutted in with Shannon clinging to his arm. He spotted me instantly. I was dressed plainly, no jewelry, holding my son. Harkness' face filled with disgust. He assumed I was a nanny. Lindsay, you're so desperate to see me that you've come all the way here. It's pathetic. You better wake up and smell the coffee. I'm on the rich list, and you're wiping noses. We're worlds apart. Get over it. I rolled my eyes. My billionaire dad had guilt-tripped me into coming. I'd carved out a single day to spend with my kid, and he had to ruin it. Harkness, beaming with pride, escorted Shannon Abernathy into the holding room. Passing a side lounge, he saw me, baby in arms, looking bored. I was only here as a favor to my dad, who insisted I attend the wealth summit. I'd brought my son along, planning to make a quick appearance and bolt. Without any jewelry, I looked plain. To Harkness, I was just another nanny, a nobody. He strode over, sneering. Lindsay, you've sunk so low that you're a babysitter. You're nothing without me. You should have passed my test back then. Now, you'd be the one on my arm. He squeezed Shannon's hand possessively. But hey, thanks to you, I found someone who truly loves me. Shannon gave him a sickly sweet smile. She must be kicking herself right now, but she had it coming. She was too blind to see a good man like you. Being a nanny suits her just fine. She turned to a passing server. All folk concern. All these big shots are here today. How did you let just anyone in? If something goes wrong, can you handle it? Get that nanny out of here. My clothes might have been simple, but they were custom made by an Italian designer. I'd taken over my dad's company, and I was too busy to make public appearances. They didn't recognize me, judging me solely on my appearance, and believed Shannon's BS. The staff member turned to me, cold. I'm sorry, ma'am, but unauthorized personnel need to leave. I didn't budge. I'm here for the summit. I have every right to be here. They'd met their share of quiet power players, so they hesitated, unsure of what to do. Harkness let out a bark of laughter. Ha, you, on the rich list. You're the broke girl who needed scholarships to pay for college. You're delusional. You think you belong at this summit. Does your name even on the list? Technically, my name wasn't on the list. The invitation was under my dad's name. Once he retired, it would switch to mine. Harkness saw me hesitate. Turning to the staff, he said, listen up. This woman missed her chance to be my wife because she failed my little test. Poor people are just blind to a good deal, a golden opportunity in their hands, and they throw it away. Some of the other attendees, barely clinging to the bottom of the wealth list, recognized Harkness and chimed in, eager to brown nose. She really screwed up, losing a catch. Like Mr. Covington must sting. Heard they dated for 4 years in college. How do you fumble that kind of luck? Harkness' expression suddenly darkened. Back in college, he'd pursued me relentlessly. We'd both hit our wealth, living like ordinary students for 4 years. I'd endured his little games, working odd jobs, donating blood, losing friends, getting hurt, giving up my chance at advanced studies. Then, I discovered he was faking being poor. All the obstacles I faced were meticulously engineered by him. He showered Shannon with gifts, cars, and houses. Disgusted, I'd refused his final test and left the country, oblivious to Harkness' change in mood. The hangers-on kept piling on the insults. He snapped, his voice cold. Enough. Get her out of here. I don't want to see her. The staff didn't need a second invitation. They moved in, hands outstretched. I shook them off, raising my voice. Get your hands off me. I'm here representing Lincoln Valentine, the real estate magnate. I'm his daughter. A wave of mocking laughter rippled through the room. Shannon covered her mouth, sneering. Lincoln's daughter graduated from Stanford and has basically taken over the entire Valentine empire. The only thing you two have in common is the last name. You're a nanny. How dare you impersonate her? It's pathetic. I might consider hiring you to look after me and Harkness's kids someday. I fired back. We'll see if you can even get pregnant. Besides, do you even have a job besides clinging to a man's wallet? I struck a nerve. Her smile faltered. She desperately wanted to get pregnant and solidify her place in Harkness' family, but too many past abortions had left her infertile. She'd been downing herbal remedies, desperate for a baby. Shannon's face twisted with rage. She screamed at the staff. Are you deaf? Get her out of here now. They stopped giving me a chance to explain. The staff grabbed my arms, dragging me towards the door. My son burst into tears. Terrified of hurting him, I wrenched myself free. I'll go myself. Just don't touch my son. Harkness' face changed, his eyes wide with disbelief. Lindsay, what did you say? This is your son? Yes, he's my son. You're married to someone else? No way. I don't believe you could get over me. I stared at him, baffled. Why would I not be over you? We broke up years ago. Harkness wouldn't listen. His gaze dropped to my wrist. I looked down. My sleeve had ridden up, revealing a bracelet. Harkness smirked, a look of triumph on his face. Ha, Lindsay, you're still lying. I knew you couldn't forget me. Why else would you wear the bracelet I gave you? The bracelet he gave me. He'd given me a cheap silver chain that had rusted years ago. This was a platinum and diamond bracelet that my husband, Jesse, had custom made for me. Knowing how much I loved butterflies, I was speechless. Take a good look at these diamonds. You couldn't afford one of them. Jesse gave this to me. It has nothing to do with you. The diamonds glittered, obviously worth a fortune. Shannon snatched the bracelet off my wrist, her eyes glittering with malice. Lindsay, how could you afford something like this? Everyone here is loaded. You must have stolen it. If you're broke and hungry, you can always ask me for leftovers at the banquet, but stealing, that will affect your son. He won't amount to anything. Hearing her insult my child, I exploded. Shannon, shut your mouth. You don't get to talk about my son like that. Shannon opened her mouth to retort, but then her eyes narrowed, focusing on my son. Her eyes widened. That kid, that's Jesse's son. Lindsay, how do you have him? Are you kidnapping him? You're insane. Jesse's name silenced the room. Everyone knew that Jesse was a global investment guru. Everything he touched turned to gold. His assets were worldwide, dwarfing even the richest billionaires. Everyone had clawed their way into this summit, hoping to catch his eye. My son wrapped his arms around my neck, his little voice ringing out, she's my mommy. Mommy, you're mean. Shannon didn't believe him for a second. She lunged for him, her face twisted. Getting on Jesse's good side would be life-changing. This opportunity was too good to pass up. Lindsay, give me the kid. You won't get a penny for kidnapping him. You'll just end up in prison. People lunged for my son. He screamed, burying his face in my neck. I held him tight, trying to escape. He's my son. Get away from us. We're leaving. Shannon blocked my path, her voice shrill. He's your your son? Is Jesse your husband? Don't be ridiculous, you're delusional. If you think I'm lying, I'll call the cops right now. I wasn't afraid of the cops, that's right, Jesse's my husband. Call them, I'll wait to see who they arrest. Everyone thought I'd lost it. Real estate tycoon is your dad. Jesse's your husband. Lindsay, you're having a breakdown. Just wait, I'm calling the cops, then we'll see who's laughing. Shannon pulled out her phone, dialing 911. Harkness grabbed the phone, stopping her. He looked at me, conflicted. Lindsay, come on, we were together once. I don't want to do this. Just go before you make things worse. I'll give you money. How much do you want? Harkness thought I was after his money. My dad was a billionaire. I hid my wealth to have a normal college life. Once I figured out Harkness was faking being poor, I didn't give him a second thought. His nouveau riche fortune was nothing compared to mine, and he was afraid I was after his cash. It was laughable. Shannon, jealous of Harkness' reluctance to hurt me, sniped, you should give her some money. Harkness, she dumped you for money, then ran off with some foreigner. Now she's been dumped and she wants your money. Harkness' hand tightened around the phone. Everyone could hear the message. If he gave me money, he was a sucker. I didn't expect that I'd been the subject of so many horrible rumors after leaving the country, but I wasn't afraid of rumors. I was secure in my relationship. I revealed Shannon's true self. Shannon, didn't you sleep with rich guys while you kept Harkness on a string, hoping he'd make it big? He was too blinded by love and greed to see you were a fraud. Shannon's eyes went wide with fear. That's a lie. I love you. Harkness, you can't say that. I don't believe you anymore. Are you one of those women that goes for anyone that's high profile? Harkness looked like he'd been punched in the gut. He was naturally suspicious. He narrowed his eyes at Shannon. Is that true? Did you know about my money all along? Shannon went into full victim mode, her eyes glistening with tears. Harkness, you don't trust me. I fell in love with you at first sight. I did it for you when you were poor, when you weren't even rich. Harkness hesitated.